Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new series called Tactical Tal Tuesday, in which we analyze a random Tal puzzle every single Tuesday. This is the first chess problem of Tactical Tal Tuesday. This game was played in Riga, Latvia in 1952. Here it's white to play and win. Michael Tal has the white pieces, and let's solve it together. I have never seen this problem either. So in this position, you need to first look at material. So I think white are a bishop down for a pawn. And so here we need to gain that material, right? So in this position, let's see our active pieces. We have two active pieces. I wouldn't call this rook on g3 an active piece yet, but certainly this weak king is our advantage here. It's the reason why white is winning here. So let's see what candidate moves we can come up with. So here I found a few candidate moves. I'm looking at rook f4, rook takes g4 is one, rook takes h5 is one, rook g5 is one, threatening mate here. Rook f6 is a move. I'm not sure this one would be winning. Another check is queen c6 or queen b6, which I don't think are very lucrative. So out of these, the one that jumps the most at me is rook takes h5, because if bishop takes, we have queen takes g7 checkmate. But if rook takes h5 again, king takes, and I don't think we have any follow-up here. We're rook and a bishop down. We must have something to win here. I just don't think I see it. Okay, so I've got something. Rook g5 looks really appetizing. So we're threatening mate, but we're also threatening some queen c6 things and controlling this g6 square. So there's a few variations here I found. Rook g5, if rook h7 to defend this g7 square. Then we have rook takes h5, I believe. I think this wins. And here, if you take back with your king, I have queen e5 check. King goes back to h6, and now queen g5 check. Mate, because the rook is on g7. Okay, this is one variation. Second variation after rook g5 is rook h7 takes and bishop takes. Here. Oh yeah, so here, if rook g5, rook h7, now we have some mating patterns. Queen c6 check. And if you defend with your queen, I can trade queens here. Bishop takes, and now rook g6 is checkmate. I like rook g5. So far, it's working. Okay, what if queen takes c3? So this is a move to defend g7 here. Oh my god. If queen takes, we have rook takes c3. Oh my god. I've been not looking good. Okay, and rook g5, queen g8. I think we just have queen c6 here, check. And if bishop e6, defended by this queen, we have rook takes, or no, rook check here, king here, and now rook takes g7. Queen takes, rook takes check, king takes, and now queen takes bishop here. And now queen against two rooks, looks winning though. Rook g5, queen g8, queen c6 check, queen e6. Here we can take the queen, bishop takes, rook g6 check, king h7, rook takes g7, king h6, and now rook g6 checkmate. Rook g3, g6 checkmate. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go for final answer, rook g5.
Oh! He needs some milk!
So the answer is queen e5 here. I would have never found that. That is a ridiculous move. And here, we're threatening rook takes h5 and bishop takes, and probably queen takes g7 checkmate. The best line given by the computer and the only defense here would have been rook d7. And here, the computer gives rook takes h5, bishop takes, and we just play queen g5 check. King moves, and now check. King g8, and we win this rook. And after king h8 and we win the rook, here it's +3 for us because we are 1, 2, and a weak king pawn up. I would have never found this. and I didn't find it, to be honest. So this is a completely honest series. I'm not playing the hero. I'm not the greatest chess player on earth. So in the game, though, even Tal didn't find this. He played rook takes h5, and this completely loses. And in this game, Tal actually won. In fact, here his opponent should have played after king takes, queen takes g7. Queen g8 is a crazy way to defend here. Wow, queen e5 check, and now just king takes h4. And this wins for black. That's crazy stuff. Queen here, check, and now king h5. Because queen g5 and you give your rook, right? So king h5, and now rook e3. And I want to say, wow, rook d5 here, computer says, is winning for black. This is like madness. Who sees this? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this new series and have a great day.
Go sub to the Chess Nerd, there we have the channel.